Okay, sorry for background noise. It's been over a month since I last played. It's a really important journey. I really kind of just don't want to talk about it. Stuff beautiful, so that's what I said. I was like, just so. I said, it's not saying it right. I'm doing it, just get into it. Alright, let's play. First off on this. It's fun. I thought I might change the season by changing the landscape. Cut this down like trees. But that's not how season changes.
This person wanted the season to change. Why?
Finally, a clear picture. I can delete the other ones then. Well, I'm gonna delete this one anyway. This one can stay. Oh, there's also an entrance right there. Oh, that sound is amazing. Low vibration. Oh, that is not inside the playable area. Let's get going, shall we? It's beautiful.
The blades turn, but I bet they don't generate any power. Probably just swirling the air around.
Yeah, the system for power generation is probably fucking broken. Probably just doesn't work. Check this side. Is there anything over here? Big leaf. Big bush. That is blocked off. Speed is key. I should have just a freeway. The highway to hell. decoration available. Oh, this. Place. There we go. It's good enough. The long journey. The path took me out into the open for the first time into a world that goes and goes. Looking for enemies. I already know. No area. Oh, I just realized I can record the rain. Wonder, what if I aim it up at the rain? Shit, I didn't record the wind turbine. I gotta go back. Gotta get everything. Gotta collect them all. Damn. Just taking everything in and realize just how long this trail is when you're not focused on one thing. Grace.
When a season turns, the reasons behind things might disappear. But the engine may survive. The power is not lost. It's just buried a little. They wanted the season to change because they were so alone.
Should have gone to posting it. Damn. Every line is dead. Every wire is cut. I hate this scene. I hate. So the same person wrote this one. Otherwise, why the hell would it be the same font?
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really look. I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep.
If it's Ed.
They kept themselves company with music.
Shit, I didn't read it. Oh, there we go. One voice, one tune, alone in the wilderness, can't last long. Two voices, a melody, and a harmony is enough to survive a while. Three voices, a community, a song can last a whole season. Different song or?
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more.
Or am I supposed to play all of them?
Three voices as complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
Oh, slow supply issues.
They used the walls like I use my journal.
Oh god, it was inside her face. I'm but a driver from a group that's building a community and believing with it. Goodbye to the slow someplace. Goodbye to the slow some season.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group? When I was a kid, I heard voices talking inside the sound of rain. I still listen for it, even though I know it's not there.
Oh, but what if it is?
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world is out there. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
The character design is quite cool. What's your name?
Francis Cale, if you must know. You can call me Frank, or Elder, or the Elder, or Elder Frank. You know, whatever. I don't care. I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious watery republics, floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice. The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads.
Is the golden age supposed to be us?
My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and death. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Never mind, it's not us, because we are wasteful.
My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time. But they often said we were exiles of some kind. Exiled royalty from a secret lineage. Blood, or we were exiled from the mouth of some great leviathan. When they were older, they just said, we're from here. We're from right now. I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship. It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too. Wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, there were 2 dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one in the basement. A lot of my firsts were down there, my first dance, my first kiss, and so forth. Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war. That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. Took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out, but they knew, I guess.
Ooh, what did she know? What did she think was happening? Was it the end of the season or what? Fuck. Let's learn more about her.
Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine the changes were permanent. It's easy now to look back and say the internationalism of the golden season was violently breaking down. You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not war. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities, and the one moment I was in the wild world. You couldn't pick a more chaotic time, and we had been warned the season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant. We just thought, well, ain't that pretty? We tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds.
Alright, so now if we see shimmering lights on the ocean, see this, we're about to die. What did your parents think? How did you feel? What is the prismatic
A
grounds?
kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed, made them unbearable once they had power. Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure you want me to keep going? The story gets darker from here on. Okay,
Information is
so
king.
conditions in the camp were getting worse.
Ignorance could be bliss, but we are a journalist.
My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time. She'd be completely still for hours, days even.
Oh, the dream
We realized she
sickness.
caught, well, now we call it time misperception disorder.
Oh, no, that. The other disease.
It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds. What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness. Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time. But with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god. I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment. Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me. I packed my things
Yes,
and
the
got
village
ready
is
to leave
us.
the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers. I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better. The treatments worked. Everyone was healing. So why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on the ship, as if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
Well, we didn't learn much about the war since you didn't ask anything about that, but that is just as important, I guess. Beautiful moon, by the way. Beautiful story. Feel bad for her. What was her name? Francis?
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village.
Oh no, it's a valley.
Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
So you gotta find a way into the valley. What? Valley is dangerous? Oh no. Oh wait, this is on the
This
postcard.
valley is asking people for a visit. I should oblige it.
Should oblige. Sure, let's place that. I need to turn the page back here. I didn't finish this. Let's finish this real quick.
Time seems to pass differently around here.
Oh
I
no.
feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
Well, these pictures are so dark. I just realized. The rain. But then it seems so chaotic. In the background, you can hear other ones. But the engine may survive. Damn. Oh my god, the mist. Tiang Valley Dam. A gift from Prismatic. Gift from the Prismatic Grounds. The Electric Peace Project, Euro 515. 515.
We never used this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it.
Nobody trusted the dam.
Must be a car, but it looks weird. I haven't seen one like this in my books.
It's a mail delivery truck, it looks like. It's a person.
Oh. The valley. One second.
I'm not the first to do this, just the first in a long time.
Is that a strotophob? What are they called? What is it?
The fuck is a TR-13?
I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke. Not that interesting of a story, I guess. What are you doing here?
Observe and record the world.
The whole thing, huh? You're young. You got time. What kind of stuff are you recording?
Whatever catches my interest.
That's the way to do it, if you ask me. If anyone asked me, the valley would be a good place to use those tools. Too bad it's closed down. Let me finish up here, huh?
God, the camera's glitchy.
I'll think about what kind of visitor I want to be.
Hey. This was like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys? I've been pretty bored here. You know, the valley's gonna be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart.
When is it? Oh, should I know the time? Or maybe I can fix it. When?
Couple of days from now. Day 0, we call it. Greyhounders. We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, mine sweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings. We're new. It was supposed to be because we're helpful yet neutral. We took a vote and decided to change the name, though. We want something more friendly sounding. I'm excited to find out what it will be. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well... Anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week, and I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a... new element, or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So... I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gonna try something here.
Thank you, kind sir.
Dang
One
it.
who's looking at the camera.
I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley, too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
So I have until midnight? We have until midnight, guys. I should record it there. Fuck.
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley.
Oh, now I have to record the greyhounds? Oh shit.
I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to. And he gave me a map.
Wait, if that's open at sunset, then I won't even be able to see it. Where the fuck am I? I'm at the valley entrance.
The assembly point seemed like a good place to start. I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley. It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
Always sunset after. Okay, so I can't enter the shrine until sunset. Alright. Let's get the bike and get going then. Alright. Wait, actually, let me check that one more time. Also, I need to do the valley entrance thing.
The elder warned me about valleys. She said they were dangerous. I feel a dulcet tension in the air. I enter to see the moment between seasons.
Wait, am I at the dig site? Oh no, dig site is just highlighted because it's where I'm supposed to go after assembly point properly. Where's the cardboard man? Alright, let's go going into the valley. Wait, actually I'll end it here for now. Then I'll just do a new recording for the rest of it. Alright. It'll cut off the video. This will be part 3, and part 4 will be the valley. Goodbye.